In this very video, I'm going to explain to you how does feedback work. So we are going to draw a scheme over the feedback process. And the terminology here is a little bit unusual. So I'm going to explain you this terminology to you on the go. So what do we start with? We are starting with the sensor. Sensor is something that gathers the information about the results. Sensor is not always a sensor in terms of like something that you install on your doorway, for example, such as temperature, such as movement sensor. No, it can be a person. Well, for example, a person has identified that the shares are not sold. So we were planning to sell our shares, but for some reason we were able to sell only 10 shares out of 1,000. And what does this sensor do? So sensor is a device or a person that detects and measures physical quantity or condition, such as temperature, pressure, motion, sales value, cost, and so on. And this sensor provides the feedback to the system, allowing it to monitor and respond to the change in the environment. So this sensor shows us the feedback. Let me draw that. So it transfers the data to the comparator. The comparator, ideally, comparator is a device, but it can also be a human that compares the sensor's output to some reference value or a set point. So, for example, if sensor measures the revenue that we achieved, then comparator will measure that to the budgeted revenue. And then the comparator determines whether the output that the sensor has sensed is within the applicable range of deviation or not. And that would produce an error signal. So if the difference is bigger than the allowed change, to the effector. And a factor is a human or a device that can change the system's behavior or output based on this error signal that comes from a comparator. So, for example, if we see that revenue is not as big as budgeted revenue, what do? Well, maybe we need to increase marketing activities. So the factor says, okay, boost the quantity of advertisement by, let's say, 20%. So the factor makes the adjustment to the process. So process, and that is adjustment. Then the process works and it provides another set of output. So for example, another quarter or another month have passed and we got a brand new output. And the sensor gets this output and gives this feedback to comparator, and comparator compares the output with the target or with some other reference and tells the effector if something is out of the range of the allowable range, and the effector makes the adjustment. So for example, if revenue increase is much greater, is much bigger than is needed, then the effector is notified and maybe they will decide to lower the marketing spend and use that money elsewhere. And this is something that we call one loop, single loop feedback. So that is single loop. And what is going to be a double loop? So double loop would be if we have not only a comparator, but also we have high-level controller. This high-level controller, let me just write that. Higher level controller is a device a system or a person that coordinates and controls the operation of multiple sensors, comparators, and effectors. And this controller might use the feedback received from the sensor or from the comparator to make decisions and adjust the system behavior based on more complex rules and algorithms. So the controller will make the adjustments to the process, and these adjustments would be of a higher level. Well, for example, I would say, okay, if we see that revenue is decreasing, maybe we should not only increase the marketing spend, well, because marketing spend is something that is directly aligned with our revenue, but instead we need to revisit how we create value for the customers. And that would be called, well, the first one was called single loop feedback, and that is called double loop because we have here two loops. Double loop feedback. And when the process is changed by this high-level controller, the output is going to change as well, and the sensor will measure the changed output, and again will give the feedback to comparator or higher-level controller. We can automate some parts of that. Some parts of them can be hybrid. Some parts of that can be only human. Well, we would think that it is logical that high-level controller is a human and who may be helping with, maybe working with the help of some automated solutions, such as, let's say, artificial intelligence, but usually that is going to be a human. As for comparator, it can be both human and it can be automated comparator. Well, sensors are likely to be automated, well, because this is something that is pretty basic, so it's likely to be some device or some application, some software. Okay, so this is how feedback works, and in the next video we are going to talk about the examples of such feedback systems.